If your cat's anal glands need to be expressed, all you really got to do is like get the base of their tail and kind of pull it up. And when it pulls it up, it just shoots out.
I didn't tell you that.
I swear to God. That's all she did. I took Zeus. I paid $35 for her to pull his tail and shoot shit water out of his ass.
That made me gag.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Daniel.
And I'm Jordan.
And we're
Daniel and Jordan.
Welcome back to the show, you guys. The greatest one on the internet, the greatest one you've seen today, and possibly the greatest one you've seen all year. Good morning, Jordan.
That seems a little conceited to be saying that it's the greatest one on the internet.
Well, here's what I read about that, okay? I read something about that you are capable of anything, okay?
Me personally?
I'm going to go deep. We're going to go deep in this first part of the show before we go into our week. Capable. I was reading that you're capable of anything, but if you don't believe that you're the best at what you do, you're never going to see or understand your full potential in that. So it's almost not being cocky. It's being confident. And if you don't show that you're capable of great things, you're never going to understand your full capability to achieve that. You know, like it's almost like you got to hold yourself at a higher standard so you can kind of know where to shoot for.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. It pulls you up for the highest of your potential. Yeah. You hit your greatest potential, yeah. I think your beliefs of like what you can do really changes what you end up doing in life. Yeah. I think you believe you can't make it, you're just going to sit in that hole that you're in. Yeah, you're fucked.
To be honest, you're just fucked at that point. But welcome back to the greatest show on the internet.
Yeah, welcome back to the most above average,
entertaining,
sexiest, no nudity yet.
Not yet.
I'd like to show my ass on camera. Maybe in a skit. Can I get my ass out?
I don't know. It's going to be very tempting.
No hole.
But we'll try it. We'll try it. But yeah, good morning, man. Glad to sit down with you today and end our week on a positive note, you know, and I just want to bring up that your hair looks great, by the way.
Thank you. Tall, like Kanye asked.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a little bit taller, because it's kind of fallen, here's what I suggest.
Okay.
What are you doing right now?
I am head straight down to the ground, blow drying it back. Oh, that's what Katie told me to do. That's what women do, don't it? They put their head down, they have the hair down, and they blow dry it all.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha.
To where when I sit up, it's just like The Simpsons, kind of.
Gotcha.
And then I put my stuff in it and I flip it over.
Flip it over to the side.
You were acting as if I'm doing it the wrong way.
I'm not that feminine or anything, but I will say I smell great right now and I know how to fix some good hair, okay? What I would recommend is...
not that.
Don't let all the blood rush to your head. When you stand up and you're done, you're going to fall over. It's not a good outcome, okay? Get you a rolly brush, which is a brush that you can hold that rolls and it has prickles all over it, okay? And while you're twisting it back, I'm trying to think. Yeah, so you would kind of twirl it back and then blow dry.
You blow dry on the bottom of the hair to kind of make sure that it's standing, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's almost kind of like curling it a little bit, but you'll see a world of difference. And sometimes what you can do is kind of come from that opposite side where you got it pushed this way, come from this side. I sound really homo right now. And you look like you're really invested.
This is the best advice I've ever gotten. All of our words of the week, awful. This right here, though.
Twirly brush.
Yeah, twirly brush. Got it. Noted.
But yeah, if you go from the opposite side, it'll really give you some volume. Maybe a little too much. Opposite side? Yeah, because...
Of like we're apart?
Yeah, so where you're coming
this way. I come this way.
So go that way, and then when you fix it, go that way, and it's even more high.
I'm going to look ridiculous next week. My first attempt at doing it.
I can't wait to see it. But yeah, anyways, enough about all that feminine products. What about your week this past week, buddy?
we did our skit. You all have seen our St. Paddy skit, which we were very excited about. Daniel, the genius behind the whole thing, the editing and putting together the whole idea was really all you. And it's got me excited to start writing skits and pitching how I can. And so this week I've been trying to write premises for things and just kind of get some pieces together and think about it more and more. It excites me.
Yeah, when you sent it to me, I really enjoy. I think they're going to love it.
Yeah.
And I think building a premises, it's not verbatim, but there's a structure to where we're not scratching our heads or got our thumb in our butts.
Exactly.
Although that
that might be a premise we could use.
But we have a little roadmap. To get to where we're going. You know what I mean?
Just have it a little bit more thought out. That way we can set up the improv when we film and be funny.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, I do too. Let's see here. So I did that. Oh, that's what I did at work all week when I was supposed to be vacuuming.
They still got you vacuuming, huh?
Yeah, a lot of this
bastards.
week. I'm good now. I'm solid at vacuuming. I put it in my resume now. And then I went and sat with my 93-year-old grandfather yesterday for a little bit, and that's
How's he doing?
It's just a little sadder now. He's been moved around a lot, been sick, and he's in a little place where some people are there, but they're not all there mentally. Yeah. So he's a little bit more sharp, So
they're probably getting on his damn nerves.
He definitely doesn't relate. So he's a little bit more depressed. He's from Alabama, wishes he was back home a lot of the times and stuff like that. And
does he have family back in Alabama?
Yeah. But most of his family's gone, at 93 that he's close to, and so mom, his daughter's here. That's why he's up here. And mom tends to him all the time. She gets worn down with all that. So,
it could be exhausting. I mean, thankfully my mom isn't 93 yet.
Yeah.
Because she would be screwed. I'm going to be honest. I'm 33. If she was 93, I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah. Latro.
Yeah. Lock her up. Throw away the key.
But yeah, so, it brings a good perspective to be around someone of that age who, I try to talk to him about like AI and stuff to try to just let him know what the times are like now. And he just shakes his head. He just can't really fathom the world that has become.
Did he even know about AI before you brought it up?
He might have heard the term,
yeah,
but I don't think he understood. I don't think he still really understands what it is. I don't think I understand
I would love to see
what it is.
A picture, a movie of what's going on in his head when he thinks of AI.
Yeah, it's a movie. It's for sure like one of those movies where the robots kill Terminator, probably.
Yeah. iRobot.
Get to the chopper.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It brings good perspective, which is nice. What about you? Your week?
This week, it's almost been kind of cloudy, to be honest, and I don't know why. A lot going on. Layton's getting better. She got over the pneumonia. Funny story did happen, though. So I was in the shower the other night. She always runs in there, which is strange. And it's obviously hot, so it's completely glass shower. So I always
You're burning your skin off in the shower? Is that the heat? Yeah, I do that too.
I try to because it's good for the beard. Opens the hair follicles that way. When you put the beard oil in, it just sucks it up. It's like a plant, you know what I mean? So your beard, here we go again. Metro Dan. Should we create a new segment?
Dan.
Metro Dan.
I like that.
When your hair follicles open up, and it's like a plant, that beard oil, the hair pulls so much moisture off your face. So that's why they tell you to put beard oil in to keep everything moisturized.
Okay.
Just keep it healthy and grow and look, like this.
Yeah, it looks, Clearly you're doing it right. So
But anyways, in the shower, naked, hot, steamy. I'm setting the tone right now.
Yeah. Keep going.
So Layton walks in.
Okay.
And I do a little to make it to where she could see me. And of course, the first thing she goes is, ew. I don't blame her.
Where was she looking?
I don't know. It was up top, so thank God.
Okay.
And, but anyways, I guess she walked over to the drawer, pulls this drawer out. And whenever she did, she sneezed. And when she sneezed, she hits her top gum. I mean, the kid is completely... We need bubble wrap around her. She, there's a chance for her to run into something, bust her face, bloody her nose, crack a tooth, she's going to jump on it. I mean, I feel like she is just careless.
She's 2 years old?
Yeah.
Okay, she just turned 2 recently-ish?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. Well, you got a couple
she's at that age where,
years.
like, you know, like me and Dustin were talking yesterday, it's like she looks behind her, you know, when she's running.
Yeah.
Runs right into stuff every time.
Well, that's how you learn that lesson, to not do that.
Yeah.
You do it at 2 years old.
And I'll tell you, Cadence, we were leaving Beach Bend one day. I don't know if she was on her phone. I think she was on her phone, or she was looking behind her, and I was behind her. And I was busy too, I'm sure. I was probably on my phone, whatever. We're leaving the park, and she looks up, and when she does, she hits a wooden post square in her forehead, and it makes the god-awfulest sound, like, dong, like, almost like in a cartoon. Dude, she hit it so hard, it was funny, but she was hurt. Like, she ran into it hard.
Did she have a mark on her forehead?
Yes, and it was so funny, dude. I could not help but to laugh, and me and Whitney were cracking up, but still, like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Cadence was not. I mean,
it's funny when people get hurt.
God, have you ever done that?
Yeah, one time I had a buddy. We were at Panama, and we were just hammered. All right. And
well, you had an excuse.
He was across the water, and one of my buddies was trying to distract me, and he was trying to swim underwater, and he was going to try to pop up in front of me and scare me, but he swam too far and swam forehead first straight into the side of the pool, and he popped up with the water at his face, and it was like, spooked ya! And the rest of the trip, he just had like this big forehead mark. So every time we went to the bars, he had this forehead mark.
I would have blamed it like on a sunburn or something. Like,
that's cancer. That's cancer.
I forgot to apply sunscreen in this little square vicinity here. But yeah, I've never done that. I never walked into anything.
That you've never walked into anything?
Well, so a Walmart door didn't fully open one time, and I hit it and knocked it completely off the track. But that's their fault. Those things are supposed to open all the way, you know. I mean, little Johnny needs to tighten up.
Yeah.
He needs to do his job.
Yeah.
That shit won't happen.
One time when I was in high school, one of the girls tripped me. And in high school, I like to wear that satchel.
Yeah.
And as I was falling, the satchel kept tripping me until I eventually had to tuck and roll.
I do remember that satchel.
Out in the parking lot.
And it was real baggy, too. Like, it was real long, wasn't it?
Was it very cool? I mean, it was cool back.
Yeah,
well, I don't know if it
thought
was
you were
cool,
but
yeah.
Who am I to say? I wasn't cool at all.
That's not true.
I was cool. But yeah, the week, it was just day to day. A lot of working, a lot of scheduling stuff. I got caught up on Awesome Lawson stuff. I'm headed out to Missouri next week for an interview, and then, just trying to
maybe
gather.
Another one too, right? After that?
Yeah. Dane the Great from Instagram, and then Ed Bassmaster, who's like a YouTube phenomenon back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, the Would You Look at That?
Yeah,
that guy. He's
classic.
super funny. But yes, the 17th, hopefully. They said okay, but I haven't heard back once I said, where are you staying? So I could, get in the same hotel, because we're going to film it at the hotel.
Yeah.
But yeah, if that does happen, I think it'll be a great experience. 3 guys who have multiple characters, and I say we all dress up and do the episode in our favorite character. I'm picking Granny if I do it, honestly. I think it'd be funny.
That'd be exciting. Yeah, that's exciting.
But yeah, that's about it, man. And I always look forward to this time, and this part of the week ended on a good term, with me and you. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful that we have the show. I'm thankful that we can set some time aside, not only as friends, but as work partners, I guess, and just release and unplug and be mindful.
Finally, someone wanted to hire me.
He did.
I knew if I waited
I'm not
around.
paying him. It's free labor. I mean, who's not going to turn that down? I mean, seriously.
That's true. I'm so desperate now. I'm having to do free labor for future profits. But that's good that you're. I love that you're interviewing people that are doing something similar to you. I think that's going to be good for both parties.
Yeah, for sure. Well, now we come to the greatest segment of all times. It's the one that really gets my blood pumping, gets me excited for the week, and it should get you excited for the week as well. So now's the point to where I introduce my best friend, the one with the greatest looks and the sharpest stash, Mr. Jordan Hunter.
Next week, I'll have the greatest hair as well, with tips from Daniel.
Yep. What did we call that segment?
Metro Dan?
Metro Dan.
All right, this week, the word of the week is gratitude. This week I practiced a little bit in the morning meditation before work, just 5 minutes. I think anyone could do that. And I did gratitude meditations, and it helped me. It was like everything I did through the day. It was like in my subconscious, I had this idea that I was thankful for the little things, to have my body, my arms, my legs, the ability to walk and do things.
Immediately, I think of a limbless person when you say your arms.
Well, that's the point, right? You're gracious. You're grateful for having them, and those people don't, right?
I just killed the mood, guys. But I know you're laughing.
That's the point. That's the point, though. We're grateful for those things. God could have done a little more work in my private area, but when you're doing everything, it was like I started having negative thoughts during the day, maybe about, like we were talking about, we've been in our heads a lot lately with the podcast, and maybe people said things to us, and it was like when I noticed those thoughts were coming, the mindfulness, the meditation gets you into like the mindfulness of like, where do you want your mind to be at? And every time I had those thoughts, I could pull myself back to being just grateful for the opportunity to live. And those negative things kind of just like feel so much smaller when you're looking at life from that angle, that you're grateful to be here, and you're grateful for all the opportunities you have, and you realize the privilege that you have, and you don't want to waste that time on your privilege. Worried about things like that. Like that's such a, like negative comments are just like, it's too small to take up that much headspace.
Is there different ones that, like, how does that work? I'm gonna be honest with you. I looked up morning meditation today, and I did 3.5 minutes. When I heard the kids coming downstairs, I was like, okay, this is ruining it. But it is peaceful, and it's almost like you almost want to fall asleep. Yeah. And it's like very relaxing. So I did like 3.5. But so I Googled just morning meditation. So is there different ones for gratitude? Is there a multiple list of videos for gratitude?
Yeah, that you just YouTube gratitude meditations, and there's 5 minute, 10 minute, 15 minute ones. And I just suggest trying out different ones, seeing which one works for you, because, I prefer a man's voice.
Oh, I listened to a woman and she was whispering sweet something.
Well, maybe, yeah. I mean, they have different vibe.
It was relaxing. But what I was going to say too is what we can do is that gratitude one you've been listening to. Let's list that in the description as a video that if these guys are interested in trying it out. Yeah. They'll be able to click that link.
I'll share a 5 minute one, which I think is it's a small commitment for the mornings. And so I usually just go into my office room and I'll sit on the floor and I'll turn the little heater on next to me and then do it in the mornings for 5 minutes. And be patient with it if you are going to try it. It takes a long time to kind of get into the flow quickly. So the 5 minutes won't feel like much, but the whole idea is to just keep trying to bring your focus back, because your mind is going to run, especially if you've never done meditation. Your mind's going to be a mile a minute because that's what it's always been doing. And so it helps you slow down these thoughts. And so what I like to do, and this is a classic meditation thing, but when you have these thoughts, kind of just try to look at them like they're clouds passing by, like detach yourself from the thought and then observe it from a distance, it's not going to happen the first time you do it. But if you can observe, eventually when you have the ideas, you can bring your focus right here and realize up there's the thoughts, and that's not what you're doing right now. It's being able to be mindful, to be able to choose what you want to think about, to choose what your mindset is. So if you want to be more grateful and positive, if you're more mindful you are, and you're focused on being grateful and positive, your natural thoughts will start turning more based in gratitude and positivity.
I was doing one this morning. I don't know what the key thing was, but it was like, I think it was maybe like thankful, I think. Yeah. For certain things. but we're in a subdivision. They're building stuff around, and all of a sudden I hear like this metal crash, like, and I'm just like, that ruined that moment. Like, so it's hard. It was hard in here, and then the kids, I hear them running. I wish I could do it like in a. What's really I'm gonna try it tomorrow because everybody's asleep once I take Cadence to the bus stop.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna do it before I even start my day, and just. I mean, it felt great for the 2.5, 3 minutes that I was able to, like, where it was quiet. And then all of a sudden I hear screaming and then crashing outside. Yeah. I'm like, well, shit. But I do want to try it once everything's good. Yeah. But to piggyback off of gratitude, you know, this is why I love the word of the week, because you don't think about it unless someone brings it up. You know what I mean? Just because we're so, and that's with any of these words that we go over. We're so in the motions of life, and you guys could be thinking about it too right now that's listening or watching the show, you know, and I think it's important when someone does pull up these words or bring up these topics that we do kind of like solely invest in understanding that and gratitude means like being grateful for things, right?
Right.
Like understanding that, you know, we're grateful to be here. We're grateful to wake up this morning and have legs to walk downstairs, you know, and have arms to be able to do these things and be able to breathe fresh, clean air and have a pantry full of food and, you know, clean water to drink. Like there's so many people that don't have those things in different parts of the country. And we're so blessed here in the United States, and you don't think about it. I don't think about that stuff. When I'm brushing my teeth at night, I'm like, boy, this is some clean water. Thank God I'm not brushing my teeth with, thank God I'm able to brush my teeth with toothpaste and a toothbrush, you know? And it's like, you don't think about those things. And that's why I truly enjoy these, to be able to understand what I'm grateful for. And, you know, it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Gratefulness is, if you're doing everything through gratefulness, I think that it's just inevitable that you'll be putting positivity out into the world and that you will be a more positive person. And that's part of that, like changing your mindset to where you can be the greatest podcast and it's achievable. And what was the word you used at the beginning? It started with a C, didn't it? Let's really show out our IQ real quick.
It was capable.
Capable, right. Yeah, and you do become more capable of better things when your mind is set in the right place and it's not being swayed by other people's words, it's not being swayed by events that are happening in the day. If you can always do everything through gratefulness, you'll really look at it and say, well, that went bad, but at least I have these other opportunities in front of me, and maybe tomorrow I'll have more opportunities.
Yeah. I don't know if this makes any sense or if it correlates with this, but like what I read the other day was like, opportunities plus positive energy equal a positive outcome. Like pretty much saying whatever comes your way, as long as you're investing like positive energy into it, it's going to end well for you, you know? Again, I don't know if that has anything to do with what we're talking about, but you said something in that spiel that made it pop in my head.
Yeah. Yeah. Being positive is just it's trying to be more focused on that, because that, you know, we were talking about how we had negative comments about this from people. That's what I was trying to get to in this past week, is just getting to a positive mindset that is stop worrying about these other things that are really just kind of ruining the mood, and to have a mindset that's going to make this podcast the best it can be. And those negative comments it's just backwards, step backwards. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And I'm extremely like positivity and positive vibes and just being a positive person. I'm extremely passionate about, like I've lived by that when I was a manager in my workplace. It's what I go by daily. It's like, and you guys don't understand the power of positivity. Like, if you're positive, it's going to make this other person positive. If they're having a bad day, regardless, positivity outweighs negativity 100-1, you know.
Well, yeah, but one negative can bring down all the positivity. That's the problem.
That is true. That is true.
It's very toxic.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like, you know, like I feel like me and my buddies, it was like being positive was like lame.
Yeah.
You know, like, isn't it like lame when your teacher's like always positive and you're like,
when your teacher is.
This isn't the real world.
We're going to learn about the periodic table.
Yeah.
You're like, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
No one goes, yay, science.
Right.
You know?
And maybe we should have. We would have learned something maybe, but I think that it is, I think there's a lot of people out there who like fake the positivity to like try to manifest it back or something. But it's not about necessarily like this, like fake the attitude. You want to be real. You have to address negative thoughts. Mm-hmm. You can't just say I'm positive when you're really negative.
Yeah.
It's about changing the perception of those negative thoughts or the perspective or whatever that, and turning those
like half full or half empty kind of thing.
Yeah, right. Be more optimistic, like we've talked about before on this. It's not lame to be like that. Most of the people they code it with like I'm real, and it's just like, yeah, you're real negative,
real stupid.
Yeah, you're real stupid. Right? Exactly. Not really. You know, I mean, it took me 30-something years to kind of like buy into this idea, to accept to be considered lame by a large amount of people, just to realize how important positivity is and growing as a person and not feeling stagnant.
Yeah, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're maturing. It makes you feel like you're becoming an adult, you know, and if you have kids, it's great for them too, to be able to see that coming from the one person that they look up to daily, you know, a dad or a mom. Yeah,
it gives them hope in life to see that, oh, when I grow up, it can be good. Yeah. Life can be good when you get older, and I have the genes to match it. So, yeah, I think that's really good with kids, definitely.
So be grateful for your legs, your arms, and your good looks. Mm-hmm. And your ugly looks.
Yeah.
You just need to be grateful to be here, to be alive.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I'm grateful for my hair this week. And I'm going to be grateful for my hair next week.
You're going to be extremely grateful next week.
Yeah, I'll be grateful for you, buddy. And I am grateful for you, Daniel.
Yeah, I'm grateful for you
brought
too,
a lot of positive things that I maybe hadn't been grateful for in the past. I didn't realize it. And I think nowadays, it's a lot of positive changes in my life, and I think a lot of it is due to what we do here and you and I's friendship I've had my whole life.
Yeah. Well, thanks. You're gonna make me fucking get teary-eyed on this damn show. I was talking to Dustin about that last night. He said, he's seen our friendship through, I don't know, 15, close to 20 years.
15 different color hair.
15 plus years he's seen, our friendship, and he said there's multiple times when he's just wondered, and he's like, I don't get it, but what they have is extremely special, and it's hard to explain. But he was like, most people go through life not having that person or friend or, and I don't think he truly has that person, to just, you ever seen the movie Frozen and they sing that song? It's like, we finally finish each other's sentences. I mean, it's a song that they sing.
I don't have kids, Daniel.
You need to re-up on your Disney, okay? Do you know who Finn is?
No.
Olaf?
Olaf, yeah, the snowman.
Yeah.
I'm familiar a little bit. Yeah.
That's Frozen.
Okay.
They sang a song, this crooked prince, who is up to no good but trying to get her for her money.
A classic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, the guy's going for the money?
Oh, yeah, he's going for the money. He's going for the royalty, baby.
Like gold digging whore.
Yeah. And he sings a song, makes this girl fall in love just to get the crown.
So so who's finishing each other's sentences?
They both are. They're singing the song together.
The two girls?
No, it's the girl and the guy.
They finish each other's sentences.
Yeah, he's like, he says a part and then they say a part and they're like, huh! Like they realize that they were thinking the same thing. But yeah, it's hard to find that person going through life to, to build you up and to just have that special bond. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for you, daily. I talk to him I talk to you daily. I told Dustin, it's fucking weird, but it's needed for me. Even if it's like to show him something stupid or, we talk. I text you more than I text my wife.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but males don't do that. Mm-mm. I don't know why, but like, well, that's not necessarily true. I feel like I'm actually more disconnected with people who want to be more connected with me a lot. I just naturally am more connected with you. I don't know if it, but but
he is the USB okay. So he's like the new Apple charger, that doesn't come with the plug-in, and I'm the plug-in.
USB-C. C stands for cock.
That's a good one.
But sorry, I got dick on my mind.
It happens.
What were we talking about? Just seeing.
We were talking
dick
about
and balls in my head right now.
Yeah. So let me tell you what we was talking about. We were about to bring up the one thing that gets on my nerves, the thing that chaps my ass, the thing that protrudes my panties. Or in other words, we like to say,
twist our nips. No! What twists your nips, buddy?
My cat.
Your cat.
You got a cat, right?
I got a cat.
And you listeners, you may have a cat. Let me tell you my story. What pisses me off about cats. Does your cat ever take a shit?
Yeah. Are you?
Okay.
Hopefully in its...
Here's where I'm going with this. We got a Maine Coon, okay? They're a little fuzzy back there on the rear. And my cat took a little dookie earlier this week. And cats, I don't know if your cat's like this. My cat loves to just get up on you. Throw his body on your face and then put his butthole right in your fucking...
Yep, the tail comes straight up in the air.
It's like he wants to be blowed up. His butthole's like right here. Like, put some air in me.
Put some air.
So,
like the Eye of Sauron looking at you.
Yeah, Cyclops ass. And he's like, I guess he takes a shit. He jumps up, and it's nighttime. I'm in the bed, Whitney. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I love my cat. He's a great snuggler. He's loud and purry, and he gets that tail and swipes it.
Yeah.
And then he stops, and all I smell is shit. And it pisses me off.
Oh, he hadn't cleaned yet.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get no cat poop on me.
I thought there was going to be residue left.
Residue? No, there was no residue left. It was just smells. And
this one time...
I hate that.
My cat, Mort, which maybe I can pop up a picture of him. We were in West Virginia, and we walked into the room, and we were sleeping on a mattress on the floor at the time, me and Kaney. And Mort, they stretch that leg straight up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
And they go down there.
Makes me jealous.
Yeah, it makes me
It's like, I wish I had a little bit of cat in me.
Not just the flexibility, but the pleasure that they get from it, I'm sure, too. And he was cleaning himself, and we looked closer, and he had all these little worms crawling around.
Oh, no.
Like, yeah, large enough to see him wiggling around.
I've experienced that. Did I tell you with Zeus here lately? We had to get 2 pills. Yeah, so... he had a smell coming from his anal glands, I guess. And you know how dogs, you got to express their anal glands.
Yeah, express
well, evidently, you can express cat anal glands. It's a lot easier than dogs, from what the vet told me. They said if your cat's anal glands need to be expressed, all you really got to do is like get the base of their tail and kind of pull it up. And when it pulls it up, it just shoots out.
I didn't tell you that.
I swear to God. That's all she did. I took Zeus. I paid $35 for her to pull his tail and shoot shit water out of his ass.
That made me gag.
And when she did, I was like, because he had this like funky smell, like a fishy smell.
Oh my God, it's getting me, Daniel. You got to stop.
I said, what's causing it? So she does that, whatever. But when she does it, she's like, oh, there's your problem. And then I look around, and it's like this little white worm coming out, and literally she grabs it.
She grabbed the worm?
Grabbed the worm and pulls it out. She's like, he's got tapeworms, pulling it out of his butthole.
Oh my God.
And if you think I'm going to do that, you're fucking crazy. I ain't touching no cat's ass, but a cat's ass with a worm coming out of it.
Did she grab it and get her feet up on the side of the table and start yanking on it?
And like when she pulled another one, like I guess they break apart in there. So
God,
just
that makes me want to puke.
Anyways, quick and easy procedure. 5 minutes. I learned a lot. Yeah, tug and pull. Sounds familiar, right? And So they gave us 2 pills. He's taken one about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and he's got one more to take on the third week, and he'll be all better.
Oh, that's good.
How'd you get rid of your cat's worms?
Caney did something. Not Caney did. I mean, you know.
She gave him like some kind of herbal Thailand medicine.
Yeah. I've told you that story, right? Where I had kidney stones, and then she gave me these massive pills full of herbs.
That is
I took them because I'm
so
like
you
that.
knew for a fact you had kidney stones.
Oh, I had them. I had probably had like 6 or 7 in a year.
Damn.
Yeah.
Like, did you have to pass them?
Yeah, but I never really felt it come out the pee hole. But they went away. I had like some good.
What if there's like stockpiling in there? You're gonna be fucked later.
Stockpile. I mean, they could be.
You got a rock quarry in the kidneys.
That is what those herb pills were doing. Was breaking it down into smaller ones because I had a couple after that in short concessions, and then it seems like I was fine.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was from Amazon, some type of herb. I mean, you could visually see like herbs inside this pill. It was like a clear pill, and you could shake up, and you could see the herbs shaking in there.
What color was it? Green?
Yeah, the herbs were.
Did it look like steak seasoning?
Kind of.
It was McCormick's steak seasoning. She tricked you, bro. When you burp, did it taste good?
It turns out a man needs to have a little bit of steak seasoning in him for him not to block
I know what I'm doing after this podcast. I'm cooking me a good steak. Well, cool, man. What about next week? What are we going to do for gratitude?
For this next week, well, I'm going to continue my practice of meditation. I think maybe this would be a good one to not run before walking.
Yeah.
So 5 minutes, 3 minutes. 3 minutes, honestly, is fine enough. As long as you are just starting to get in the mindset of it. And this week, maybe 5. I would like to maybe, though, soon up it up to 10 minutes. I want to get into a deep meditative state.
You ever going to get to like an hour?
That's if this could ever go full time, I'm not vacuuming for 40 hours a week. Yeah, I would love to.
Stared at an hour at work one day.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I mean, the potential's there.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to be able to like just get on an airplane trip and just the whole time be in meditation.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to try meditation this week. I'm going to test it for a full week and see what happens, and I think it's going to be good. I'm going to take my time and unplug and really meditate.
Good. I'm interested in hearing what your thoughts are on it after we do a little bit of experimenting.
And if you ever come across one that you think will be a good like starter, send it to me because I'll try it tomorrow.
I've been trying to, so I'm exploring a little bit too. So when I come across one that I think is just like this one hits home, and then we'll put one in the link in the bio or whatever it's called.
Well, that sums up today's episode. If you feel like you've benefited from this episode, send it to somebody, share it with a friend, post it on Facebook, change somebody's day and make them kind of unplug and think about gratitude and understanding gratitude. I mean, we fully don't understand gratitude, but hey, I understand it more today than I did yesterday, and I think that's the most important part.
Progress, baby.
Yep, that's what it's all about.
Yep, you always reward progress.
Let them know about the email real quick.
Advice. I guess we didn't have an advice this week, but if you have anything that you just want a little bit of our advice on, send it to danielandjordanpodcast@gmail.com or feel free to DM us on any of our socials.
Or if you think there is a word of the week that you would benefit from and let us, kind of dissect that, I think that'd be cool too. So if you are looking for advice or have a suggestion on a word of the week, I think Jordan would enjoy that.
Yeah, and send that as early as possible, and I'd like to spend
Don't wait till the day of.
Yeah. I'd like a week to ponder things, okay? Give me a week to gather my thoughts and to explore a subject matter. But I would love to think about things that y'all are thinking about.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, guys, have a great rest of your week. We hope you gathered something from this. And as always, just remember, I'm Daniel.
I'm Jordan.
And we're Daniel and Jordan. We'll see you next time.
Hey, Tro.